Spiritual master is a person who is sort of dead to the material world. That is, how he is dead in a way? Because he is unavailable to people around him. He's got nothing to do with this world. This world is just worthless for the spiritual master. But out of his unlimited compassion, he still assumes the role of Guru for benefiting fallen conditioned souls. Life and Guru are inseparable. Life is happiness. Life is not meant to be in distress. So happiness and Guru are inseparable. Life and Guru are inseparable. Spiritual life and Guru are inseparable. We understand this thing gradually. Anand, happiness, cannot be acquired by any means. No matter what you do, you cannot acquire happiness. Happiness is ultimately bestowed, given. It cannot be acquired. No matter what we do in this world. So, spiritual life or our eternal journey towards happiness is a path of grace. This spiritual life is path of grace. We must understand this. Kripa. Kripa eva labhyam. And Guru tat tvut prasadat param shanti. By the grace of the Lord, you get happiness. How does the grace of the Lord descend in this material world? When the grace of the Lord is condensed, the condensed form of the grace of the Lord is Sri Gurudev. All we want is happiness, which one can get only by grace, and the condensed form of grace, Kripa, is Gurudev. Guru is Krishna Kripa Murti. Guru is the form of the grace only. Darshan of the Guru, that is grace of the Lord. There is no way a conditioned soul can ever approach the Lord directly. It's only through a channel which is ordained by the Lord Himself, through the spiritual master, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasad. Na gati kuto api. There is no other way. Praptasya kalyana gunanavasya. The ocean of mercy, the Lord. Just like the cloud gives everyone rain and the cloud gets water from the ocean itself. Similarly, the spiritual master, the grace of the Lord, when it gets condensed in the form of the cloud, like the spiritual master, the mercy, the rain particles, the mercy particles, they're bestowed on everyone. Now, these basic things must be understood by anyone who really wants to become happy. No matter what we do, we cannot become happy. This Guru Purnima, we are doing so much endeavors. For what? To acquire grace. For the grace only. For getting grace. What do you think? Grace is sometimes offered and sometimes withdrawn? It is not like that. And sometimes it is on sale and sometimes it is not. It is not like that. Grace is always there. The point is, this Guru Purnima time, this makes us remember, oh, this is a path of grace. This is a path of grace. We only have to become receptive to grace. Guru's grace is, Guru is the form of the grace. We don't even have to ask him for grace, since he himself is a form of the grace only. Krishna Kripa Murti. We don't have to ask for grace. We have to become receptive to the overflowing grace. That's all. Now the most important question ringing in everyone's mind must be, how can I receive grace? Grace is all I need. Question is, how can I receive grace? What do I have to do to receive grace? The only thing you have to do is, you don't have to do anything to receive grace. You have to stop doing what you are doing, because the grace is anyway coming up to you. Only because we become obstacle, we don't receive the grace. How do we become obstacle? By putting our concepts, our way of thinking in front of the overflowing grace we are getting in abundance. And it's just like there's a heavy rainy season, and rain is there left, right, east, west, south, north. But we take the umbrella, we put on our head, so that we are untouched by the water. Similarly, we put the umbrella of our concepts, and then we are untouched by the grace. Though the grace is overflowing, we put the umbrella of our concepts on the top of our head, and hence we are bereft of the grace. If you ask me, please give me kripa, I can give you kripa. I can give you the soul kripa. I can never give Amit kripa. It is just like if you're given something, you aspire for more. And Amit is just a bundle of concepts. I can give you the tiny chitkan. The spiritual master gave the tiny chitkan kripa, but he cannot give the bundle of concepts any kripa. Whatever we do, if we honestly see, we just try to, whatever activity we do, we try to just enhance what we think we are. And the intelligent person, he performs every activity to dissolve what he thinks he is. Is it getting too complicated? What you think you are not. Whatever you think you are not. So whatever activity we should do, that should be to dissolve what we think we are, rather than to enhance what we think we are. For example, if one buys very nice clothes and puts embroidery onto it, and one thinks one will get happiness out of it. So this is enhancing one's conditioning that I am a female, and then I can look beautiful. And by looking beautiful, the female by looking beautiful can become happy. This is just one concept of another concept after another concept. This is a bundle of concepts. And by even thinking of wearing good clothes, we are just enhancing what we think we are. And what we should do is, we should wear super simple clothes. By that, what will happen? We will dissolve what we think we are. We want to wear branded clothes and latest fashion clothes. Why? To enhance what we think we are. We will wear super simple, live super simply, to dissolve what we are. By every activity, we are either enhancing our bondage, or we are actually, by all activity of ours, we are just imprisoning ourselves into the bondage of karmas. By all activities of ours. So as soon as we put any concept, whenever we think that I am something, I am some person, we are immediately the biggest obstacle towards receiving grace. As soon as we think, the moment we think I am something, we become an obstacle in receiving grace. आप लोग समझ पा रहे हैं मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? समझ पा रहे हैं? जो मैं हूँ वो मैं अपने आप को नहीं समझता. And what I am not, I think that I am. That is the problem. And whatever activity we do, that is basically you know what is your society's name? The society's name is International Society of Sandeep Consciousness. There is just one consciousness in this, Sandeep Consciousness. What is this? International Society of Amit Consciousness. You are the main hero of this movie. Everyone is side. Spiritual master, Guru, Krishna, Vaishnava, everyone is side. You are the main hero. That person has to be satisfied by every means. This is just acquiring happiness by all sorts of endeavor. No. Happiness is bestowed. It is the grace of the Lord. And how one acquires the grace of the Lord? In my opinion, the essence of dharma, essence of all scriptures, is just one simple phrase. And that is Chittete Koriya Ekya. There is nothing beyond, there is nothing, anything less than this will not do. Chittete Koriya Ekya on all issues. If Sandeep, you ever really want to achieve happiness, you must have Chittete Koriya Ekya about Sandeep, what Sandeep is. You have your concept of Sandeep, your concept of other people, your concept of situations around you. But that is International Society of Sandeep Consciousness. That has to be dissolved if you want to be happy. You can continue, but if you want to be happy, that has to be dissolved. The Sandeep factory has to go off. Actually, this was just an intellectual explanation कि भाई grace is so very vital. Actually, this is not very important. It is just an intellectual explanation. Until unless one does Chittete Koriya Ekya with the spiritual master, he just doesn't know what is missing in life. He just doesn't know, has got no idea. You are connected to your own concepts of happiness, then you are connected to divinity straight away. Straight away divinity. Straight away happiness. Chittete Koriya Ekya and happiness are not two separate terms. ऐसा नहीं है कि one who has done Chittete Koriya Ekya never be morose. He is the most happy person all around. वो आनंद का अनुभव करता है जो हमारे स्वप्न में भी कभी भी नहीं आया. He experienced the rains of nectar, continuous rains of nectar, highest ever possible juice, nectar, amrit, all the time. Indescribable ecstasy one can be always in. Why this Chittete Koriya Ekya? My intellectual explanation is a spiritual master in Gaudiya tradition is a person who removes the transcendental sorrows of Radharani. A person capable of removing the transcendental sorrows of Radharani. Will our sorrows will our sorrows continue to exist if we do Chittete Koriya Ekya with such a person? Can he not remove all our sorrows? Just ask yourself. A person capable of removing the sorrow of the Ishwari, can he not remove our sorrows? And especially if the person is into the condensed form of the grace. We are ourselves the biggest obstacle towards happiness. We ourselves, there is no other person is obstacle to happiness. Just our concepts. A person who has not experienced Guru in his life, he won't even realize what he is missing. He won't even realize. Do you know the juice of, just like a person who does not know Punjabi language, he doesn't know the taste of Punjabi language. Do you know the taste of Punjabi language? Jhalle ho. Everyone knows, see. She doesn't know because she is unaware of Punjabi and she won't even realize. She won't even realize what taste Punjabi language has. Similarly, this was a mundane example. Nothing to do with her and nothing to do with anyone. This is just to get so that we can understand certain things. Similarly, a person who has not experienced Guru in life, he doesn't know what he is missing. He just doesn't know. And he won't even realize because he just doesn't know. She doesn't know Punjabi. She just doesn't know. Similarly, we just don't know what it means to have Guru in life. One who has not tasted Guru in life will never understand. Chitrate Koriya Kya. The most juicy thing in the world is Chitrate Koriya Kya. By which your non-stop happiness is what you get by doing Chitrate Koriya. If it is voluntarily, and if it is by force, then actually we are robbing ourselves of our happiness. See, by doing Chitrate Koriya Kya, Guru is not going to gain anything. Guru has nothing to gain from anyone. It's we only are going to gain everything. Actually, the Master is a new possibility happening in our life. Listen carefully. Master, spiritual Master is a new possibility happening in our life. It's a new possibility. It's actually spiritual Master is actually a new language in our lives. Whatever language we know, that is not the spiritual Master's language. His chit is something and his chit is transcendental. And whatever language we know, that is material. So the coming of spiritual Master in our life in the form of Chitrate Koriya Kya is a new language in our lives. Is a new life altogether. The old life, it ends on the spot. It just ends. In Skand Puran, it is said that one should do yajna, dan, tapasya, going to holy places just for one thing, to get shelter of the lotus feet of the spiritual Master. If one goes to holy places, does yajna, dan, tapasya for any other purpose other than getting a spiritual Master, he is the biggest fool. Shivji states in Skand Puran. Whatever holy places and yajna, das, that is only for acquiring the shelter. Because the shelter of the lotus feet of the spiritual Master is the ultimate destination. One should do all activities for going to the destination. And when one gets the spiritual Master, the destination is received. Spiritual Master is not the means to get mantra so that one can do Manjari Bhav sadhana. He is not the means, he is the end himself, the destination. One just by getting a spiritual Master, the only thing one should do is one should not do anything else. Stop creating what you are doing. Stop the Sandeep factory and Amit factory and ABCD factory. We have our own concepts of happiness, people around us, we are so solid in our opinion about ourselves, about others, about situations, so solid in our opinion. Oh, he is like this. No, I am not like that. No, it should not be done this way. We are so solid in our opinions. I will do bhakti this way. I will do bhakti that way. If you want, is this the verdict of the scriptures that you should do this way or that way? No, the verdict of the scriptures, essence of all scriptures is Chitrate Koriya Kya. One who has not done will never know what he is missing in life. He will just be moving from one platform of misery to another platform of misery. That's all. Just connection with one's one chitta. What will be the result? What was the previous result? Misery. Last life's result? Misery. 10 times before that 10th birth result, misery. 100th birth result, misery. last 1000 births without misery. And what is going to be the next moment result? Take again connection with the own chitta. Misery. So spiritual master is a new possibility happening in our life. It's a new energy. Doing Chitta Kriya, one experience such a dimension in life that one has never even imagined. There's a new dimension in life. If we are continuing the same as we were on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, then there is no Chitta Kriya. And anyone who is really doing Chitta Kriya will never be morose. His face will be exerting happiness. He himself will become fountain of attraction. Face will glow. Internally, this is external. Internally, one will be experiencing indescribable ecstasy. Spiritual master makes us experience that consciousness which we never knew we had. Spiritual master makes us experience that consciousness which we never knew we had. We are just Chitkan, very very tiny particle of consciousness. Very very tiny particle. That's all. There's no female consciousness in that. Tiny particle of consciousness which is nameless, formless, timeless. And whatever we think on the basis of a chitta is name, full of name, full of form, and certainly of Kali Yuga. So I think spiritual master words are the last option which he has to use. The first class disciple already knows what is in the heart. The spiritual master should not even speak anything. If we genuinely have Chitta Kriya, spiritual master need not even speak a word. Go study. And if he speaks, this is the last option for happiness. He has to speak to us to tell what we should do. I say on the day of initiation, the reward is in a way so-called surrender. Yes, now my life is surrendered, I surrender this time. Arey Baba, what do you have to surrender? Acha, what do you have to surrender? What do you have to surrender? Acha, what do you have which you can surrender? Which is useful for the spiritual master? What useful thing you have? Your body of stool and urine, your super filthy mind, which you very well know of, which often keeps you depressed. And if you gift him such a thing, he will be at loss. Doesn't need your filthy mind, doesn't need your filthy body, doesn't need. As soon as one hears the word surrender, one is frightened. Oh, surrender. Actually, surrender only means one just has to become alert and see the drama he is creating all around. This is surrender. Stop doing the drama you are doing all around. Stop being stupid. That's surrender. Why are you creating concepts of happiness? Your concepts of happiness. You have to just surrender your concepts. That's all. Why should you surrender your concept of happiness? Because it is Chitta Kriya. It is you. This connection is your Chitta. The person who is at the height of intelligence is naturally surrendered to the spiritual master. And one is super foolish, super stupid, is not surrendered. One is I am very smart, that's why I am not surrendered. No, you are not smart, you are stupid. Sometimes devotees think that I will read to advance in spiritual life. Sometimes one thinks I will preach in my native place. Sometimes think I will stay in holy abode to advance in spiritual. Sometimes one thinks I will stay in my home place. Sometimes one thinks that I will go to foreign abroad to preach. These are all your concepts. It's got nothing to do with the spiritual master or with the Lord. Just fulfilling your own ego, your own concepts. And when you have reached destination, why are you bothered about anything? Spiritual master, the Acharya, transcendentally knows what is good for us. He knows why, because of his non-stop connection with the super soul, the Lord. The spiritual master, what to talk of being answerable to anyone. The spiritual master is taking the dictation of the Lord every moment. Every moment is taking the dictation of the Lord. Actually, the Lord is speaking through him. We are just entangled in our own concepts of bhakti and everything. I will do this, I will do that. Actually, then why do you want a spiritual master? Spiritual master is not even answerable to the Lord. Why? Because just a mic of the Lord. The Lord is speaking through the spiritual master. You may not realize. You may think, see, we have made internally, we have made all our programs of what is right, what is wrong, what he is, what I am, what everything around me is. We have made self-made programs of everything. Programming is there for everything in our minds, about everything, about everyone. And on the basis of that, we think what is right and what is wrong. But spiritual master is way beyond the thinking of spiritual master is way beyond everything. Whatever spiritual master does or speaks, it is transcendently perfect, which may not seem perfect in our eyes. But it is transcendently perfect. And whatever we think right or wrong is materially right or wrong. Spiritual master knows the heart of Radharani. Is he that ignorant that he doesn't even know your heart? Is it that ignorant? Ask yourself. The moment we have any concept of our own, we become a factory of applause. Just one concept. And what is our third class situation? We have concept about right, wrong, and myself, everyone around me. We have solid opinions of everything. And even if you have the slightest opinion of everything of your own, anything of your own, what to talk of getting grace, you become a factory of applause. So if things are not right or wrong according to you, then you may think that this rational is wrong, this is wrong, that is wrong. It's factory of aparat as per our own concepts. Actually, we ourselves are the biggest obstacle towards grace. Grace is freely available all time. Grace is just like oxygen. How freely is oxygen available? Grace is just like that. But if a person is determined, I will not inhale oxygen, I will die, rather die than inhaling oxygen. Okay, you better die. You don't allow the oxygen to enter into you. If you see, when is your breathing the smoothest? We breathe throughout the day. When do we breathe very fluently? When we are awake or when we are sleeping? When we are sleeping. The breathing is so smooth, silken breathing. But when our thoughts come in, when we are so-called awake, then our breathing we become an obstacle even to our breathing. Our thoughts are such a big obstacle to even our material breathing. What to talk of our spiritual well-being? Our thoughts are so dangerous that they don't even allow us to breathe properly. Our breathing is such a turmoil. Have you ever seen anyone at night, but when you are awake, happens so much? What is this? Your concept. If you consider your opinions as very valuable, very precious, you will never let them go. You will think they are very, very precious. I should always have them in my hands, in my heart. My feelings. It is mine. It is so precious. Just like in the hand, if you have some dirt, what are you going to do? What's the first thing which you will do if you have dirt in your hands? Wash it off, because it is worthless. So all your opinions are like this. Until unless you firmly believe all my opinions are an absolute nonsense, you will not get rid of your opinions. You will never let. Why will you ever leave your opinions if you think they are precious? In the hands, on the hand, if there is some mud, you will wash it off because you think it is worthless. But if you have you're having a diamond ring, are you going to put it, throw it away? You think it is very precious. Same way with thoughts, with the thoughts we have, if we think they are Kohinoor, we never think, yes, I should embrace them. And if we think that they are absolute dirt, nonsense, sheer disturbance, the only obstacle to my path of grace, you just throw them away instantly, without any philosophy. Actually, why I have to speak all this nonsense is, because the thing is, we don't realize what we are missing in life. One who has not tasted Guru in life doesn't know what it means to have Guru. The indescribable ecstasy which are desirable experiences, the words cannot explain. When the spiritual master sees the condition of devotees around him, heart is, he feels so much sorrow on the behalf of the disciples and devotees, that he has with a very heavy heart he speaks such a katha, so that ultimately the spiritual master wants everyone around him to be happy. And you know, the only way towards happiness is Chitta Kariya. There is no other way. There was no other way, there is no other way. There will never be any other way. There's just one exception to this. You want to hear that exception? You want to hear that? Huh? You don't have to do anything. You just sit at one place and whole day chant Hare Krishna. You don't have to do anything. If you can do this thing, there is no problem. If you can't, then the only thing is to do it. Now, connection either Lord's Chitta or Guru's Chitta. There is no other way. This is Vaishishthya Likshan Samanya. What else is Vaishishthya Likshan? What else is Samanya? Samanya Lila Chitta. Chitta Vidyadana. Just like in the computer, there is a lot of space inside. I'm the last person who should be speaking on computer, but I have heard that there is a lot of space in the computer, vacant space. You can put anything what you want. Is it so? You can put anything in the computer, whatever you want. So then we can put Lord's opinion or Guru's opinion in that. But what do is, we do space corruption. We corrupt the space by our filthy thoughts. Is that right, Kurta? You can write Amit, you can write Guruji. Is it not? The space is blank. If you write Guruji, you become transcendent. But Amitji, there is space corruption. We corrupt our space, we corrupt our lives. Or we are so corrupt in our thinking. Here the slightest thought which is different from Guru's thought, it immediately put us in misery. Immediately. We are doing so many things, cooking so many things, making so many drinks. What for? For getting grace. How many of you want Kripa? Huh? See, don't say yes to things which you don't know anything about. Don't say yes to such dangerous things which you don't know what they are all about. You want paper? You will not remain after that. Amit bhasm ho jaye. This is the meaning of paper. Bhasm. Gone, ashes. Amit history. Amit dead. You want this Amit dead Amit. Actually, it is our intention too that we want dead Amit, but we don't allow it to happen. This is the problem. You want dead Sandeep. but you don't allow it to happen. Keep him alive. By clinging to your concepts, you keep Sandeep alive. Holding on to. As soon as you are holding on to anything, you just firmly remember you're holding on to misery only. You hold on to anything other than Guru and Garam, that is holding on to misery. Any concept. And even in spiritual life, if we have all concepts of sadhana, good for me, not good for me. Coming to the most practical part of, because we don't really understand many such things. Coming to the practical part of things is, we always want to be happy, push, happiness. The only way to get happiness is by being connected to happiness, by connected to divinity. And how can one be connected to divinity? By service. Service is the only connection to divinity. So service is the only connection to Guru, only connection to God. Without service, one can never experience any prema, any happiness. Guru, prem, ananda, one experiences only by service, non-stop service. And how is service rendered? Service is rendered by in Prabhu Data Desh. Prabhu Data Desh means the area which one is given by the spiritual master, the area of service given by the spiritual master. In the society there are so many services, but we are not supposed to think about all those things. We are very limited in our thinking. We don't really have to think about everything. We think only about the thing which we have been given. Seva adhikar diye karo nijasta. Adhikar for seva which you have been given. Just think about that. But just one seva can keep you in connection with divinity. Happiness. Just one seva. Just one seva. You connected to happiness is via Prabhu Data Desh. Never forget that. Whatever limited we are given, we should do unlimited in that sphere. Unlimited in that sphere. Another simple, very could be useful thing for some devotees. Please don't divide your life into parts. This is my inner life, this is my outer life, this is my spiritual life, this is my material life. There is no such thing. There is only life. There is only life. That's all. Why are you again putting your concepts on life? This is material life, this is family life, this is spiritual life, inner life, outer life. There are so many concepts. There is just life. In Skand Purana it is mentioned that if one gives even little iota of discomfort to the spiritual master mentally, little, he becomes a snake in his next life. After getting knowledge, the real knowledge, a mountain is still a mountain. Cloud is still a cloud. But the conception of happiness you put in a mountain, or the conception of happiness you put in a cloth or car, that conception of happiness goes in. The car will remain as a car, mountain will remain as a mountain. That person will remain as the same person, but your concepts will go. अभी समझ नहीं आया होगा, समझा. She is Rani Mata. Her concept of Rani Mata is different. Chirag's concept of Rani Mata is different. Sandeep's concept of Rani Mata is she a different person. She is same. There is a concept of spiritual master also. Of Shama, Shilaza. Her father's concept of Shilaza is different. It's different. Her son's concept of Shilaza is different. Her concept of Shilaza, maybe she's a good devotee, she's a bad devotee, is different. Your concept of Shilaza is different. And my concept of Shilaza is so different. And that is a real concept. For you, she may be a nice devotee Vigraha, or someone may be a bad devotee Vigraha, or you may be Sachidanand Vigraha. She is not. She is not. For in my eyes, what she is? A soul entrapped in a body of blood, mucus, urine and stool. wants to do her. That's all. There is no conception of happiness in her. Till you have your concept of happiness in her, you can never be happy. Never ever be happy. Never ever be happy. Never to the last limit. She's the same person. A mountain is a mountain. A car is a car. But I don't have. You have a concept of happiness in car. I don't have. You have a happiness concept in clothes. I don't have. You have happiness in some person. I don't have. Just like Shiraza, maybe good in eyes of someone, maybe bad, maybe sort of happiness for someone. Similarly, Aradhe, she may be a good devotee in eyes of someone. She may be a bad devotee in eyes of someone. She may be a great devotee in eyes of someone. She may be a complete trash in eyes of someone. But she's someone in eyes of spiritual master also. Something. We are attached to our concepts of a person. Whenever you thought that I should verify my concept about someone, my clarify. As soon as we have any concept, we are just bereft of grace, bereft of everything. We have become a factory of thoughts. Any concept we have, it just robs us completely of happiness, robs us completely of grace, overflowing grace. To get the grace of the spiritual master, what one should do? Who will tell? What should one do to get the grace of the spiritual master? Tell me in simple words. We all know, initially we knew that we should not do bad things, we should do good deeds. Then we came to know we should do some kind of worship. After that we came to that Krishna is the Supreme Personality. That means that we should, in Krishna worship the Manjari Bhav is the highest. Okay. Now we should go further deep. How to get the grace? You know how deep we have to go? The only thing, we don't have to go any further. We don't have to go deep. I have to leave my concept, I should have new life in my spiritual master should be in my life. That is a new possibility happening in my life. Can be a new possibility. It can be a new possibility. We may or may not get that channel, which is freely available. That channel has its stories. If we want, we can get that channel. If we don't want, or eternally we can be left of that channel. The new possibility in our lives, that channel, that transcendental channel. क्या करना होता है कृपा के लिए बताइए? What one has to do to get blessings कृपा? What one has to do? क्या करना होता है? We don't have to do anything what we are doing. And so we just have to become receptive. Stop doing what you are doing. So solid in your opinion, so solid in your beliefs, so solid in your opinions. अभी बोलने के लिए I would say one thing, just be liquid in your opinion. And maybe that person is not that bad. Maybe that person is not a condensed form of happiness. Maybe what I am thinking about bhakti, maybe it is not right. Be little liquid. If you cannot do chitri immediately, okay, at least be liquid. Like it will not work, but at least it may be a breakthrough. It may be a breakthrough. मेरी भाषा समझ आ रही है किसी को क्या? आ रही है समझ कुछ? अपने विचारधाराओं में इतने सॉलिड मत होइए. ये ऐसे ही है. लिक्विड पता नहीं शायद हो भी सकता है, नहीं मैं ऐसा थोड़ा लिक्विड हो जाएगा. नहीं करना चाहते तो कोई बात नहीं, पर लिक्विड ही सही. हाँ इतना नहीं करा. सच बताऊं, जो जितने जो करेगा इनसे उसका फेस विल बिकम सो इनोसेंट लाइक अ बेबी. Will become so innocent like a small baby. In my eyes, my Baba is like a baby. He's like the most innocent person I've ever come across. 90% I see him as the most innocent person I've ever come across. Such an innocent person. Small baby. Most knowledgeable person on the planet. By worshipping my Baba. Anyone who will be doing Chitta Kariya, face will change. Become happy, Apples come on the face, the mind, innocence.